everyone, and welcome to Radiant Love's Love Talk. My name is Angel D. Thomas, and I am the founder and CEO of Radiant Love, which was established in 2017. Radiant Love exemplifies the power of boldness, beauty, and self-confidence. I just want to encourage everyone to be the best version of themselves. Y'all be bold, y'all be beautiful, y'all be you. So October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and in May of 2015, my mother-in-law was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent a double mastectomy. She is an extremely strong woman, and her story encouraged me to create the 23 Days of Love Talk Challenge for the month of October in efforts to raise money for the Knitted Knockers Foundation. Knitted Knockers are a handmade breast prosthesis for anyone that has undergone a mastectomy or any type of breast procedure. I'm asking my supporters to support me in this cause by donating $23 to Radiant Love, which will be donated to the Knitted Knockers Foundation. I'm asking my supporters to donate $23, and guess what, y'all? We are halfway to my goal. My goal is to raise $600, and we are halfway there. So I'm asking y'all to please, please, please support me in this cause. Joining us tonight is Krishell, who is a teacher by day and a NOLA braider by night. Let's add her on now.
Hey, girl.
How you been, girl?
Can't complain. What's going on?
That's right. Long time no see. It's so good seeing you, girl.
Yes.
So good. And thank you so much for being a guest here on Love Talk. I am just so amazed by your work and your growth.
Oh, thank you.
Girl, I just had to get you on Love Talk.
Girl, I ain't nobody.
So, and I also want to say congratulations on your your upcoming marriage, girl. It's just a beautiful thing. I saw your pictures from your bridal shower.
Thank you.
And it was beautiful. You're a beautiful woman, and you're going to be a beautiful bride.
Thank you.
So welcome. You're so welcome.
Tame you.
You're welcome. So let's dive on in. Everyone, this is Krishell, who is a teacher by day and a NOLA braider by night. So let me just tell y'all a little bit about Krishell. So Krishell Johnson is a 25-year-old special education teacher and a braider from Shrewsbury, Louisiana. She attended Tulane University on the Passe Scholarship from 2012 to 2016 and earned her Bachelor's of Science in Public Health in May of 2016. She is currently working towards her Master's in Public Administration with an emphasis in healthcare management. In November, next month, y'all, she'll be marrying her high school sweetheart and beginning a new chapter in life. She is so excited to see what the future holds. Welcome to Love Talk.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you did attend Tulane on the Passe Scholarship. And I did have Charlie on here.
I saw, yes.
Yes. And for anyone who doesn't know, the Passe Scholarship is a foundation that identifies and recruits and trains individuals with extraordinary leadership potential. Passe scholars receive a full tuition leadership scholarship from the Passes that you can use towards a partner school. And you use yours to go to Tulane University. So what impact did being awarded the Passe Scholarship have on you?
Well, really, being a Passe Scholar is probably one of the biggest blessings I ever had, just because it gave me the opportunity for one. I mean, I didn't go completely free, but for the most part, I got through school with a little bit of loans, which is really hard to do even going to community college these days. So it was a blessing for me not to have to just come out of pocket for everything. But also Tulane, like, you hooked up with so many different people, and most of the people are not from here. So you get to connect with people from other countries, other states, they have different viewpoints from you. Like, some people I was at school with have never, and not even just being like ignorant, they've never seen Black people before. So that was just something for me and it wasn't like they were racist or anything. Some of them, but some people really just wanted to get out and be, into the community and get to know people. And it was a nice experience. It was definitely different from the experience you would get at like a HBCU, definitely, but I don't regret it at all. It put me in the place where I'm supposed to be, and that's the mindset I'm trying to keep.
Yes, yes. Wait, I just have to say, girl, your hair is so cute. It is so cute.
Girl, I had to try and curl this before I came on here. I'm like, now how I'm going to be on here talking about doing hair and looking a mess?
No, it is so cute. It is so
Thank
cute.
you.
You're You're welcome. And you earned your Bachelor of Science in Public Health in May of 2016, and you're currently a special education teacher. So how do your students push you to be the best version of yourself?
Girl, working with children and any special needs or regular ed is just, it's a very humbling experience. I'll say that, especially when you don't have children. Like I have yet to have my own child, so I care for these children probably the same amount I would care for my own. Like I give them, they cling to me, they, they really shape the way I look at young parents, because a lot of my children do have younger parents. And then having young parents to deal with a child with special needs, it like gives me an outlook like, oh my God, like this is not easy. It really, like, it takes a village. Like those parents rely on us so much to where it's like you have to be all in to a certain extent. So it's like, it's really made me just like open my eyes to be like, life happens in a crazy way. Like a lot of people don't have any type of like disabilities in their family, and then they pop up with a child with all kind of disabilities. So it's like, it just opened my eyes to be more like grateful for one, that I'm able to help them and be in a position I am. And also to be like, just more aware that, at any point, just things can happen. Like, and a lot of these parents don't know that their child that has a disability until after they're born, or maybe like when they hit 4, like some kids just stop talking. And then that's when some parents are like, I wonder if my child's on the spectrum, or, it's just, it's a lot of things. And it's a lot, but it's fun and it's tiring. Every emotion you feel as a parent, I'm pretty sure with Carter, I'm probably feeling with my children. The only thing is mine go home at 3:30. So, but it's been a crazy ride. Definitely not where I saw myself being at, but like I said, I guess I'm here for a reason, because it's my 4th year. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And it really does take a village to raise a child.
Right.
And I always preach how I want us to get back to that mindset of it takes a village, because it kind of really changed nowadays, being that a lot of people don't want people to tell their children anything everything like that. But it literally takes a village to raise a child.
Yes.
And you are a teacher by day and a braider by night.
Yes.
And you're also working towards getting your master's. So how are you able to balance all three?
Girl, so school, I have been putting off getting my master's since I graduated undergrad. I'm like, I need a break. And then I look up, it's 2019. I'm like, okay, Krishell, you've been out of school 3 years at this point. What you gonna do? So it was literally, I wanted to get more into my field since I didn't go to school for education. Me teaching is not like me working in my field necessarily. So I was like, I want to really dive into my field. And in order for me to do that with public health, you have to have a master's or all kind of experience to really get your foot in the door, unless you want to be doing a lot of nonprofit work, which is good. But if you want to really like maneuver and get out there, the more credentials you have with any field, the better. So I was like, looking into different stuff. And I'm like, I know I have to go online because I can't physically go to class after leaving work, doing hair, the wedding. It just would have been too much. So I had some friends at work who are actually getting their master's in education from the same university I'm going to. And I was like, let me just see what they have. So the public administration thing was kind of cool, because it's like it works with the government sector. But with healthcare administration, I would be more like on the clinical side. Okay. So I was like, you know what? In my mind, I'm like, okay, what if after we get married, when I go to apply for my financial aid, we file together, and now I'm not getting as much loan money as I want to. Like, that was my mindset. I'm like, girl, you better go now. Before you just never know. So I was like, you're not going to know until you try it. At least if you don't like it, you can say you tried, So that's really just how it happened. But it's been difficult. Like, when I first started doing hair, I always did hair straight. When I was in college, people just kind of heard that I knew how to braid. I wasn't really doing scalp braids. I could not scalp braid until like 3 years ago. Like, I couldn't it was horrible. So I just did individuals, did twists, things like that. And I went to school at Tulane. All the black girls were natural. Like, nobody barely had a perm. So it was just braids and twist outs and all of that. So I've been braiding since college. But then after college, I wasn't really finding a job I was interested in. So I was like, well, I'm just doing hair full time now. And then the teaching thing came around and hair like picked up. I was doing hair every day after work, which was killing me. Like, but it was my that was my getaway. I didn't mind doing it because it was something I enjoyed. But I had to find a balance, especially when I threw the school aspect of it. I was like, okay, I'm doing hair maybe like 3 days out the week instead of every day. And I'm doing my homework on 2 of those days out the week because I have assignments due every other day. Like, it's really, I got to pencil me in my schedule because I'm always doing something.
We're talking about you braiding hair. And you're not just a hair braider, but you are one of the best hair braiders out there. And I'm just going to attest for it because your work is actually amazing. Your details, it's just so neat. And I'm just like, wow, Krishell, really? Because I remember when you first started. And Krishell,
yes.
Your work is absolutely amazing. So I know you said that you've been doing hair, but how did you find a passion for doing hair?
Well, my mom is one of 10. I said my mom's a cosmetologist. All 4 of her sisters are cosmetologists. So my uncle's a barber. Like, I grew up around seeing people do hair. And I really was supposed to go to Coulier when I was in high school to get my license so I could just go straight into college and possibly have an opportunity to work in a shop. Didn't work out like that because if I would have went to hair school in high school, I would have had to sacrifice my rank for graduation. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So it's turned into my side hustle. And my mama for the longest was like, don't do hair, be better than me. Use your degree, don't settle for this or whatever like that. But it just stuck with me. And I mean, it's been a blessing because when I didn't have a job, that was what I had. And even with me having a job, it's been my supplement when I'm off for the summer. That's extra money. So, I mean, it's been a blessing. It's tiring, but it's like every day some new hairstyle is coming out, something new. And I'm the type of person, I never feel like, oh, I got it, I'm all lit. I always can learn something. So I'm always practicing. I call my little sister like, look, they got these braids. I want to try on you. And she's like, just want her hair done. So it's like, she's like, okay. But I mean, I keep a mindset like, it's fun. It's always something to learn. Don't ever think you're all that because that's when you I don't like being big headed like that. So, you just have to stay humble and realize that people been doing this before you and people coming after you. People gonna be better than you, but there's also people you can help. So it's like you gotta just find out what works for you and just keep that mindset.
Yes, and I love a level of humbleness. Like you said, don't feel like you're just so big that you can't learn anything. Because I always say I'm a student of life and I just love to just constantly learn new things. And speaking of, there is always new hairstyles that come out because it at one point was the lemonade braids and now it's the knotless braids. And like you said, you do have a little sister that you're able to practice on. So how are you able to convince her to let you braid her hair, especially on styles that take a long, long time?
Girl, well, it's more so like it's a lot of say if she want to go to a party or something like that, I'm like, you could just get your hair done, go to the party. You don't have to worry about nothing. You already got an outfit. Oh, really? I really get her when back to school because she want her hair done every month. So I'm like, all right, let me line up some stuff I want to try so I can do her hair every month. But she's getting older now. It used to be easier to convince her when she was younger. But now that she's getting older, I don't feel like sitting down all the time. I'm like, girl, just sit down and let me do this. She's disgusting.
Yes.
But it was much easier when she was younger and didn't have all these opinions. So,
girl, she better take that in, girl.
The phone was breaking up. What you say?
I said she better take that in. She got a sister that's a stylist. I'll be in that chair.
That's what I'm telling her. I'm like, okay, when you're not wearing braids, you got a mama who have your real hair healthy, and then when you want braids, you just call me. You blessed.
Girl,
some girls
she got it made.
So whenever they could get it to get their hair done, and you just have me at your disposal. So
yes,
girl,
she got it made. Yeah.
Girl, don't even know it. Don't even know it.
Okay. And there is a common misconception about braids. A lot of people think that the tighter they are, the longer they'll last or the neater they'll look. And when they're so tight, you have the bumps all around your head. You got to pop an aspirin every 2 hours because you can't even hold your head up. And it takes 2 and 3 days just for it to loosen up. So as a stylist, what are your thoughts on the common misconception that the tighter the braids, the neater they are, or the longer they last?
Girl, the tighter your braids, the thinner your edges, and the balder your scalp. That is a lie.
Yes.
It's a lie. It's a lie. I'm tender headed, so I know I don't want my braids pulling it where I feel like I got a facelift for a month. I can't deal with that. And then you have to think, as a stylist, that makes you look bad, and as a client, you're wasting your money. Like, you can't just be like, well, I made my money as a stylist, because that's not how you keep your clients coming back to you. You have to really be in the business of at least attempting to promote growth, be, healthy hair. It's not just about, because then it gets away from the idea of a style being protective, like the protective styles. Because if it's so much tension, it's just, it might look cute, but it's damaging your hair. And as soon as that follicle comes out your scalp, that's it. And so that's why so many people walk around with alopecia, and naturally a lot of African Americans already have thinner edges or shorter edges just naturally from genetics. So putting tension on top of that is not good. Now, I always tell people braids are going to feel somewhat tight when you first get them done because they're fresh. But you should not be feeling like to where you can't move your head. You got to take medicine. And the bumps, you shouldn't be dealing with that either. So I don't think that's true or not at all. Like, some people feel that way, but that's not. You can have beautiful braids without them feeling like your head is throbbing for
Yes. And like you said, it is a protective style. And if you put it on it and got them pulled, the tension.
Braids that are done correctly, but you constantly having them in a ponytail, something that's constant tension pulling on your edges. So that's not healthy either, especially because long braids, all that is heavy. So you might not feel it, but that braid could be steadily just slipping back and pulling your hair out, and you won't even know it. So that's another reason. Take the ponytails out, let them hang sometimes. Let your scalp breathe your scalp, all of that. You have to play a part in it too.
Yes. To promote that healthy hair and the healthy growth and just the protection of your hair. Yes. So how can someone see your work, and how can someone book with you?
Well, my Instagram name is @Krishell Janae _ It's KRISHELL. Janae is JANE _. And my Instagram is public, so you don't have to like do a friend request or anything like that. Also have Facebook. It's still the same thing, Krishell Janae, with the accent on the E. So no underscore, just Krishell space Janae with the accent. Now, I have been working on a booking website, but being that I work from home, I like the idea because it takes a lot of stress off me having to physically schedule people and book people. But I can't control who books like that. So I don't want to just have anybody walking in my house. So you can DM me, be patient, or if you have my number, just text me. I'm usually, I'm good with getting back to people. But once again, I'm not saying you need to like write me a paragraph, but be approachable, because I do work from home and I'm not responding to I need my hair done. Or do my hair. You will not get a response from me. And I'm not being cocky or none of that, but I'm not dealing with it. If you can't start a conversation with me, you can't sit in front of me for 5 hours. So no.
Speaking of, since we're on this topic, listen, y'all. Let's just sit down and talk for a second, y'all. When you're approaching someone, this is just a tip at life. When you're approaching someone for a service, the first thing you don't say is how much you charge.
Oh, girl.
Where you at? The first thing you're supposed to do, we all were taught this, is speak. Hello, my name is so-and-so. How are you?
Exactly. I'm interested in such and such and such.
Yes. And the way I go at people, this is my way of doing it. This is just my way. I'm not telling y'all to do it like this. This is my way. Hi, my name is Angel. How are you? I got your number or whatever from so-and-so. And I'm inquiring about your services for ... and then it leads into a conversation. But it's very, very unprofessional for you to just go at somebody and say how much you charge.
Yes.
Left on read. Left on read.
Not happening.
So it's just, like I said, I'm trying to help change the narrative in the Black community. And that is a perfect example of how we just need to gain a level of professionalism. So if you know somebody that just goes at people like that, or if you're one, let's just try to change things up a little bit. So thank you for that, Krishell. And we're going to switch things up a little bit. And like we said, next month you are getting married, and you are marrying your high school sweetheart.
Yes.
Wow. Your high school sweetheart. So looking back to when y'all first started dating, did you ever imagine that y'all would be where y'all are at now?
Not at all. And only because when I first met Brandon, we were friends, like really just genuine friends. That's it. And he started liking me, when we first started talking, but I was still kind of not dating somebody, but talking to somebody. And I'm like, I don't really want to try to juggle both of y'all. So we just stayed friends. And then going into his senior year of high school, it was my junior year. He got hurt his second game for the his senior season of football, and he lost like all kind of scholarships. Like it was bad because once you're hurt, like you're no value to a team.
Right.
So me, I'm like, well, I felt so horrible. Like I'm knowing this boy is trying to get ready, signing days coming up, all of this stuff like that. So I started calling them. Like we used to stay on the phone like 6-7 hours at a time, even though we were already friends. But that was like we just talked literally about all kind of stuff. And that was that August. So time went on. I started liking him. He was still liking me. And we started dating that Christmas, that December of 2010. And like I said, still dating. Like when you're 17, 18, even 19, you're not thinking about, oh, my boyfriend's going to be my husband. Like you're just, your mind is not on that. It probably didn't hit me till, to be honest, and I think this is my mindset, which is not a bad mindset to have, but I'm like, I'm not getting engaged until I at least have my own apartment. Like, I'm not living with somebody being engaged. I want to have my own place, a car, because I didn't have a car through college because I was local. I didn't need one. I had friends with cars. Brandon had a car, So I needed we needed a place to stay. I had to have a car, and I needed a job that I felt was stable. Even, you can have whatever going on, but I needed to feel secure for myself.
Yes.
So we got all that done. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? We living together. So, I mean, we playing like we married already. So we went we were looking at rings just to look at rings, but I never knew that it was coming that soon, to be honest. Because we always were I would always send him pictures of rings on Instagram and things like that. He would send me a picture of some ring. And it was literally just to be like, ooh, this would be nice for whatever. So, girl, we went to the store, and I found the ring that I fell in love with. And the lady was like, oh, you want to order it? And I'm like, order it? For what? And so apparently she was like, well, just go look around or whatever. And after I got engaged, he was telling me, well, we placed the order when you went and looked around. And she was like, oh, whatever you order, it won't be ready until like 6 months. So no rush, just... It's okay. You're just looking, girl. The ring was ready the next week, apparently.
What?
And my mama held the ring, and if anybody knows anybody in my family, cannot hold water. Like when I tell you, couldn't tell her a Christmas gift I was giving my daddy because she was going to spoil it. That lady held that ring apparently for like 3 weeks and didn't tell me anything. He went and had a talk with my dad to get his good graces and all of that, old school. And that was, the appropriate way when you have both of your parents in your life, just, a tradition. And so that Thanksgiving, he knew I like the sentimental things with just, me and him or whatever, but I always wanted my friends and my family to be around because I came from such a big family. We always do stuff together. So it was just perfect. That was the day after my birthday. We were at Thanksgiving, and then, girl, just baby crocodile tears, ugly cry. Just
cry. Girl, I can't stop smiling because I just love, girl. I just love. And I know the feeling because I was proposed to and I knew nothing about it.
That was so beautiful. Y'all had a function too, right?
A family function, yes.
What was it? Was a holiday?
No, it was just a random family get together.
Okay.
I planned the whole get together.
Yeah.
And I planned the whole thing, made invitations and everything, and I knew nothing about it. Everybody knew. And I'm so glad nobody told me. Nobody told me. So I literally did not know until that moment. And even when he was like, he got the mic, I didn't think nothing of it, but everybody had phones out, and I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't, I'm just thinking they won't see me on camera or something.
Right.
Girl,
and I knew instantly because the whole time me and Brandon been together, this boy is never he talks to people, but to get up in front of everybody and make a speech, when he got up and he's like, I just want to, I'm like, oh no. I already knew. I'm like, oh, the girl, I couldn't even contain myself. I'm like, are you serious? Like, girl,
Yes.
girl.
The best feeling ever. And
Yeah.
like you said, y'all have been together for so long. And
Yes.
there's a song by Tamia that I love that I've been singing probably since I was like 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just sing the first words for y'all. I can't sing, but this is how the song goes. Usually when two people are together for a long time, things seem to change. It's been said and nothing good lasts forever. But this love is better every day. So being that y'all have been together for so long, what is some advice that you can offer to anyone that has been together for a very long time?
Well, for me personally, and I guess you'll find this when you talk to a lot of other couples that have been together, it's best. The only way it's gonna work to me is if y'all are friends. Mm-hmm. You have to be friends and lovers. The intimacy, all of that has to combine into one. You can't just be all, lovey-dovey and then don't know how to talk to each other because all you know how to do is lay down with each other. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be friends for one, because you have to know how to talk to each other. You have to know how to make each other laugh, comfort each other, just chill, like be around each other.
Yes.
And two, and I think this is most important, you cannot compare your relationship to anybody else. We're not perfect. I don't care what people tell you. They're not going to post their bad stuff on Instagram. They're not going to post the bad on Twitter and Facebook, whatever. So don't believe the hype. When people all on here lovey-dovey, it gets bad. It hit the fan, but that's what make y'all relationship stronger when you work through that. And keep people out of your business. Like, it's okay to have people you confide in. It's okay to have your go-to people, but just dragging for one another when stuff get bad, don't do that. Because, as you know, the second you take him back or forgive him or vice versa, oh, well, it was just keep people out your business. If it's not that serious to where you need to, really vent to somebody, or if you have parents that you trust or that are, close to both of you in a relationship, talk to your parents. They're not going to trash talk you. They're going to have their opinions because you're their child, but your parents going to have your best interests at heart. Keep people out of your business. Don't compare yourself to other people. Everybody goes through their own process at their own time. Don't feel like just because you've been in a relationship just as long as other people, you should have what they have, because then your relationship is going to start lacking somewhere else. So yes, everything happens at their own pace. People grow at different points, and it's life. You got to just roll with it. But the good thing is y'all have been together since y'all were practically, in our case, children. Even you and Devon, right? Kind of. Something like
5 years, yeah.
So it's like y'all still got to see each other hit like peaks in y'all life, and that's a beautiful thing, because it's like when you look back, it's like, damn, remember we have nothing, like yes, like, literally nothing. So it's a beautiful thing. Just go at your own pace, keep people out of your business, and talk to each other. Like, you have to, and just know every day is not rainbows and sunshine. That is lies. It's not perfect, but I'm so sorry. But you have to just work on it and, accept it for what it is. And you'll be together forever, I guess.
Girl, yes. I have chill bumps just listening to you, because that is so true. And a lot of times, especially in this day and age, we try to compare ourselves to people online. And I always say, do not compare yourselves to people on social media, because like Krishell said, people only post their highs. They're not posting when they're going through something, or when things are going bad. So do what works for you all. And like New Edition said, can you stand the rain? Because everything is not going to be sunny skies. So just love each other and know that everything is going to be okay. And I just want to congratulate y'all. Marriage is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you. Like I said, you're going to be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bride, Krishell. I know you're so excited.
Girl, just ready to get it over with. Everything just, all kind of stuff happening at once. My uncle just passed last week unexpectedly.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. Girl, just went in for surgery, wasn't really successful. And the morning of my bridal shower, we had to take him off life support. So that's one thing. But at the end of the day, it's life. Life doesn't stop just because your biggest day is coming up. So you just have to take stuff for what it is and keep it moving. So I'm just trying to make the best of it while I was here, but I am ready for it to be over.
Yeah, and on your wedding day, just know that everything is going to be beautiful. My wedding day was perfect. When a lot of
It
people
looked like
always
it.
say, everybody always say, girl, something gonna go wrong on your wedding day. Don't even go in it like that. Know
That's
that it's
people
gonna be
just
beautiful. Girl, don't let nobody ruin your day. Don't let nobody get on your nerves, girl. It's gonna be beautiful. And just be the beautiful bride, and just everything is gonna fall into place. I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing. So my philosophy is be bold, be beautiful, be you. I literally say this all day. I encourage it to everyone, and I have it written all over my house and all over at work. So what is the philosophy that you live on and stand by?
Now, when you told me this, I had to do a little research because I had never really thought about one that I guess I made my own philosophy. Hell, I don't know. But looking into it, I always did I was into little nerdy stuff at one point in school. And I like ancient mythology and stuff like that. So I found a philosophy from Socrates. He was a Greek philosopher. And he believed in wisdom and knowledge and self-reflection and things like that. So it's an unexamined life is not worth living. So is it either an unexamined life is not worth living, or a life unexamined is not worth living? Basically meaning, to me, the way I take it is if you can't look back and look over your life and reflect and see where you came from to get you to where you want to be, you're not doing something right. It's not even worth it. So it's you should always be able to look back and see a purpose for why you're doing what you're doing now.
Yes.
You should be able to see, well, I came from there. This is why I'm here right now. So you have to do self-reflection, because some people, even we always hard on ourselves to get to the next point. We feel like we're not doing enough. That's just us. But you have to look back and give yourself credit for where you came from to make where you at right now more meaningful.
Yes, girl, I 100% agree with that. Yes, yes, yes. And after this live, please send me that. Please send it to me. So October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I am raising money for the Knitted Knockers Foundation, and I do have the 23 Days of Love Talk going on to raise money for Knitted Knockers. And I'm asking my supporters to support me in this cause by donating $23 to Radiant Love, which will be donated to the Knitted Knockers Foundation. So what is some advice that you can give to someone that may be going through a hard time or have gone through a hard time?
Well, the best thing to know is that you are not the only person. You will not be the only person. And that's just the best advice I could give somebody, because it's everybody falls on hard times. Like I say, even with relationships, going back to the relationships, people in general are not going to show you when life is the worst it could ever be. They're only going to brag when it's the best and all of that, but everybody hits rock bottom. And you might hit it a few times, but you got to know how to pick yourself back up. Surround yourself with positive people. That's key. Because if you in a circle full of negative energy, negative is going to infiltrate you, and that's what you're going to become.
Yes.
So if you feel like it's okay to, outgrow people, it's okay to disconnect from people. It's not that you feel a type of way about them or you don't, value them in your life, but that in order to get where you want to get, or, get through a hardship you're going through, you gotta take a step back. And that could be from a job, from family, friends, anything. Your personal habits you might have, whatever it may be, you have to know when to step back, take time for yourself, and just embrace your struggle for what you're going through. Embrace it, because you're going to go through it. Nobody goes through life without going through something. And what somebody's struggle might not be nothing to somebody who then went through way worse. So everybody struggles, everybody goes through something, and don't let life, it's life. I can't really explain it, but you're meant to go through something. You're not put here to be perfect. So just whenever it comes at you, just know how to deal with it and just let it slide off you, brush it off. Stress kills people. So
literally
try to just let it go. And I have to constantly tell myself that, because I am a stressor. My nerves get bad and I shut down. So I have to constantly be look, just calm down, let it go. It is what it is. So
and it literally, I believe it makes you a better person. When you go through things, it makes you stronger, and it just makes you more prepared just for life in general. And like you said, just let it roll off your back, because you're going to get through it. At the moment, you may feel like, oh, I can't get through this. I can't get through it. And then the next day you're looking back wow, I really did all that for that.
Exactly.
So just remain strong, because whatever you're going through, you will get through it. So
Yes.
again, I just want to thank you for being a guest. And at this moment in time, I just want to open up the floor to you to say whatever is on your heart.
Okay, so I want to thank you for reaching out to me. Who would have known that two little friends from back in the day
Yes.
would be here now? Like, I am so happy for you, Angel. Like,
Thank you.
even when I found out you were getting married, girl, this was when Snapchat was big. You know, seeing that on Snapchat, they're saying you having your baby. I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, you know. And I remember when you was going to that party, and you had that Spider-Man costume on, and y'all met. So I think
Yes.
I remember when y'all first started talking, and I was like, okay, like, but time went so fast. I'm like, oh my, you know, just seeing y'all grow together. I never met Devon, but he seems like he got to be a sweetheart if he's still around. You know, a nice guy. You know, went away, started your family. Like, you're just doing great things, and even your family here. Even the that you dedicated Radiant Love to your aunt, right?
Yes.
So that's just a beautiful thing. But your whole family is like that. Y'all are all just sweet people, all very like earthy and positive. Like, just all of y'all have that vibe with y'all. So it's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad that your dream is finally coming to pass, and that you have your visions that are like flourishing, because you're blowing up. Like, every week I'm like, damn, we got another love talk. Like, you got, you're doing the thing. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Carter is so handsome.
Thank you. Girl, Carter is so something else.
Yeah, a girl, I could imagine. That is your twin, though, girl. He is so cute.
Thank you.
You are doing such a great positive thing, and just keep it up. Don't let, I know you're not, but don't let anybody deter you from keeping up with it, following your dream or whatever. But you're on a good path, and just like I said, stay positive and keep your dreams alive.
Thank you so much. And I want to send that love back to you. You just keep doing what you're doing, because you are doing an awesome job. Just being able to juggle everything that you're doing is amazing. And I always say, us as women, we are super women. We really are. Yeah. We don't realize all the cakes that we carry, all the people we have on our shoulders. So I just want to tell you, you are doing an awesome job. Your work is amazing. Like I said, I remember when you first started. Krishell, you are amazing. And I just want to tell Sequoia, she needs to sit in that chair and let you do it. Girl. Guess what? If I could get it, I would get it.
I always tell them, like, girl, you serious? You just don't understand. I wish I had somebody to do my hair like this.
Okay. And I just want you to tell your mom and everybody I said, hey, and I just want to tell you congratulations to you and Brandon. Oh my goodness. And just enjoy the moment. Take the moment in. Take those pictures. Dance, girl, like nobody's watching. Eat all the food, girl. Just have a good time. Don't leave the wedding saying, dang, I wish I would have did this. Whatever you want to do, that's y'all's day. So guess what? Do it. If you want the photographer to take 50 pictures in the same place, come take these 51 pictures right here.
Right.
Yes. So I just want to tell you, thank you, congratulations. And this is only the beginning for both of us. And if you ever need anything, you have my number. And just thank you. And thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in for the rest of October and support Radiant Love by donating $23 to Radiant Love for the Knitted Knockers Foundation. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, Krishell.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Good night.